These last few days have been absolutely chaotic. I have no idea where I'm up to in my video. After the vet last night, our little marsh snake, he's amazing. He's doing fantastic. No breaks, no nothing. So he just had those tiny little punctures from the cat bite. So we got 10 doses of antibiotics every 3 days. Guarantee you this guy's gonna survive, and then we can take him straight back to where he's coming from in about a month. But anyway, the reason I've jumped back on here is because I've been out and about today. I've just received a call for a blue tongue that was in the pool. He's got a bit of water coming out of his mouth and is extremely bloated. He's almost like, I don't know if you can see, it might be hard for you to tell, but he's like a balloon. I don't know if that's something to do with if he's swallowed any water or anything in that regard. Richmond Vet is just around the corner, and they're another absolutely fantastic, amazing local vet that we use. Just gonna run him straight up there now, and they can have a look. Our little bluey is safe and sound at the vet. They're gonna give me a call this afternoon and I'll run back down and grab him, and fingers crossed everything's all good. Let's see where else today takes us, eh? This is getting ridiculous now, guys. Can't get a break to save my life. Now we're going for a 50-minute drive to a red belly that's attacked by a dog. Let's pray he's still there when I get there, and let's pray he's all right. I'll see yous when I get there. Not only is this day chaotic, but it's getting weirder and weirder. In this bag, I have a fully grown carpet python. I'm in a brand new estate just out of Sydney, right in dense bushland, which is worrying. It's got a few ticks on it, which is also a big worry. It's sort of indicating it's been out in the wild for a while and potentially mating with the local diamond pythons and getting the wrong genetics out into the system, which is, yeah, it's really a worry, to be honest. I'll talk to you guys a bit more about it tomorrow and show you guys him. Definitely not good. We'll go get to this red belly now. Oh, he's trapped. He's trapped in the netting. Absolutely stoked I headed out and grabbed that red belly, guys. I actually didn't know, well, the lady didn't know that it was actually stuck in the netting. At first she thought it disappeared and then she thought it reappeared, but it was actually just stuck the whole time. So I'm super happy I went out there. In terms of injuries, we'll have a better look tomorrow, but a few scales have come off. Doesn't seem like there's any broken skin, no bleeding, but it was quite lethargic and it's been stuck there for a while, so I will take him home. I'll probably keep him for a week or so, get him charged up, make sure no infection arises, make sure he's 100%, and then we'll take him back there next weekend. I really don't know where this video is going, what's happening, but it's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be all over the place, lots of action. The vets rang me earlier to say our little blue tongue from the pool is fine. He's doing really well after his checkup, so they're gonna keep him overnight and release him. The property was actually across the road from the vet, so they're gonna release him back there tomorrow morning. And while I've been out, you're not gonna believe it, Kayla has brought home another blue tongue who's got some ticks on him. Tomorrow morning is going to be a big day. We're going to be setting up enclosures, cleaning enclosures, picking ticks off our blue tongue, sorting out our carpet python. And once we get these ticks off our blue tongue, we'll take him back, release him. He doesn't need to stay with us just with the ticks. We can take him straight back home. Guys, I don't know if this video is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, but I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the morning. Morning, guys. It's the start of another flat out day. In this box I got my blue tongue that Kayla brought home last night. He's got a few ticks on him, that's his only problem, so we're going to pull these ticks off this morning. He's only from about 20 minutes away, so we'll probably get the ticks off, run him straight back home. But he's a bit of a grumpy guy, so this is probably going to be a bit interesting. Where are you, big fella? There he is. He's not as grumpy as he was last night. Maybe he's cooled down a bit. That's good anyway. He actually came from a vet clinic and they've started pulling a few off. You can see there's still a few. So he's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's about it. They don't affect the reptiles whatsoever really, unless they're absolutely encased in them. They just eat until they're big enough and drop off. It doesn't cause them any problems, but the fact that we got him, we may as well pull him off before we send him back home. With a stuck shed in his ear, that'd be relieving. You can tell he's actually shed his skin while he's had the ticks on him. Where the ticks were, it's all a bit crusty and old skin stuck on there. So that'll just come off with the next shed. There's just the leftovers of his old shed from where the ticks were. He's all cleaned up now. There's just one more under his arm. So he's all done now. All the ticks off. He is ready and raring to go straight back home. While we're doing the ticks, the escaped pet carpet python last night actually had a couple ticks on him. So I might get him out of the bag, look at him, pull those ticks off, just while we're in the mood for it. And then we'll run this guy back home, come back and start dealing with everybody else we got. So here's our carpet python escape pet that I got last night, which you guys haven't had the pleasure of seeing yet. When I picked him up, I did notice quite a few ticks on him, so we'll get those off and just have a good look at him really. There's a big ass snake. As you guys can see, it's quite obviously not a diamond python. There was a call last night for a diamond python, probably about half an hour away. I get there and it was this guy. He was in quite a bushy area, which is a worry. Hopefully he hasn't been out too long and breeding with the local diamonds and stuffing up genetics and whatnot. But he does have a few ticks on him, which indicates that he has been out for at least a little bit of time. Process with this guy now is we'll get the ticks off, we'll report him to national parks, and then he'll go into a ballot. You can put your name in the ballot and he'll be rehomed to a reptile keeper in New South Wales with a license, and he'll find a happy new home. That's if we can't find the original owners. So it looks as though he's only got the one tick, which, I mean, that's potentially a good sign. It could mean he hasn't actually been out for that long. Because the other thing I just thought of is how fat and chunky he is. He's a very well-fed snake. So if he has been out for a while, it would mean he's been eating a lot of our little native mammals and birds. I don't know. The one tick's a good sign. And the big ones will come off pretty easy, unlike the blue tongue. There he is. All right, we'll bag him back up now, get him comfortable. We'll go release our blue tongue while it's a nice sunny morning so he can find his way back home, and then we'll come back and deal with everybody else. Here we are, guys. Our little blue tongue's back home. So he was originally found in a veggie patch at that house just over there, but they got dogs and whatnot that live around their house. So we just brought him out here into some beautiful Cumberland bushland to release him. He's going to be a lot safer, a lot happier, and a lot more natural here. I've just picked this spot. There's a hell of a lot of cover for him to go into, decide where or what he wants to do. This guy's so active, I don't think he'll be sitting very still. We'll get him out. There he is, tick free, happy as Larry. When I put him down, I don't think he's going to hang around very long at all. Off you go, buddy. we're camouflaging all the scrub, all the leaf litter. He's just gone already. Perfect. We'll leave him be, both getting on with our days. See you, buddy. Belly in here from last night, the one that was in the netting. Gonna open this up, have a look at him. The injuries last night, they look superficial, so hopefully they are. Once I get him out, have a look at him, I'll set up an enclosure that I can put him in. Hopefully nothing's too bad. Completely fine, nothing wrong with him. Scales are a little bit roughed up, but they'll be fine, especially after a shed. He won't have any problems, absolutely no problems with his activity, my word. I've got an enclosure for him anyway, but he's not gonna need to stay with us. I wanted to keep him for a week, but looking at this now, he doesn't need to stay at all. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get back out to Dural and we can run him straight back home, straight where he came from, because he does not need to be here. Out here today with our red belly that was stuck in the netting. I just kept him for a couple of days so I could check on him, make sure that he had no big cuts or no infections arose if he did have any cuts. It looks like luckily and somehow he didn't sustain any cuts or deep injuries at all. I just couldn't see well enough at night, and he was quite lethargic, so I did want to make sure 100% that he was healthy and ready to go. Come from the property just up there, so we brought them out of the property. There's a creek here. Nice water body. There's going to be life everywhere, food, resources, everything for this guy. And with how active he has been and how warm it's been, I guarantee he's going to be absolutely raring to go. We'll send him on his way. No messing around there. So he's just retreated under this fallen log just to get away from my ugly head. And if we have a look through here, so this would have been where he originally came from, and for some reason he's travelled up the hill, whether he's looking for a mate or just wanted to go on a holiday. He's found himself in the houses. If we look down here, there's a beautiful big creek, body of water, which is going to be absolutely abundant with life, frogs and food sources for him, which is why he's such a healthy, big-bodied snake. That's the end of an absolutely chaotic 3 or 4 days. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.